All right, another new start. Let's begin with a sun salutation now that we're kind of well into our class. So let's come to standing instead. You know, in very traditional hatha yoga classes in India, they start with all the standing postures. They start with sun salutations and then work into the other standing postures and then work onto the floor. I was actually taught a little bit opposite in that. There's no right or wrong, but we'll kind of go through that traditional way where the standing postures will come first. So let's start our sun salutations and find that center point in your foot, front and back. Just roll forward and back and then side to side. And I'm going to assume you can hear me okay as well. Double check everything. Everything kind of got messed up with that little blip in the internet. Tuesday internet issues. All right, here we go. Hands to the heart. Forward, up and back. And fold. Right lunge. Down dog. And cobra. Down dog. Right lunge. Forward fold. And come up. Fold. Left lunge. Down dog. And cobra. Down dog. Left lunge. Fold. And come up. And to the heart center. Relax the mountain pose. Work with our triangle, so stepping that right foot back, keep both legs straight. And then arm over the ear. Today we're going to use very gentle stretches. So we're not going to overstretch or reach, we're just going to place. So we're placing that arm over the top ear, the ear that's closest to the ceiling. And just place it there and rest the arm. Now bring that arm and lower it toward your hip and rest it right along the body. Palm down. You can look at the top shoulder and then look down. Now step into down dog. Walk to forward fold. And come up. Overhead stretch, so reach. Bend back. And come to the heart again. And then triangle with the left foot back. So step it back. Use the chair. So we're going to modify this on Tuesdays especially. And reach, but just place. This isn't a really strong posture. We're going to go just underneath what you think strength and reaching is. So don't go that far. So keep the shoulder joint intact and the elbow rather soft. Fingers are pointing up. And then just gently bring that arm and rest it over the side of the face or that top ear. And this is without strain or stress. It's just a placing. And then bring that palm down, just let it lay easily along the body. We'll begin by looking up first, and then look down. All right, try the down dog again. And then this is an easy, relaxed down dog as well. So even though it looks like we're pressing and putting ourselves into that perfect position, it's still a relaxed effort. And then walk to forward fold again. Forehead to the chair, and the same relaxed effort. Arms in a T and come up. Little back bend. Come to the heart. And we'll do that same sense of modification in relaxation into reverse triangle, revolve triangle. So step the right foot back again. And then bring now the right hand to the chair and the left arm. So we're going to revolve that, but still gently moving into this posture, gently placing the left arm up. Keep the legs strong, but the upper body is relaxed. Then we'll try resting it along the face. And then placing it, along the body again. And then turn and look up. And then look down. Notice the difference. So mindfully now step back to that down dog position. And then go walk to forward fold. And come up to an overhead stretch, and then a little back bend, and then back to your heart. And then stepping now the left foot back for reverse or revolve triangle. And now the left hand is on the chair and the right arm is up. So same thing. Very effortless effort, very easy. Almost bordering on sloppy, but we don't want to use that word. So it's more of an ease into it. And then the arm over the face, just rest gently. And then bring that arm in, just lay it down the length of the body, look up. And then look down. And then step back into that soft down dog. And forward fold again using the chair. So this is just an easy resting. And then inhale it up. Go into your overhead stretch and hold it here, reach straight up. And then when we bring the left hand down, we're going to act like we're pressing gently, like on a bed. You're just pressing the mattress, pressing down. And then with your right arm, just gently reaching up as if you're going to turn on a light. So it's a gentle reach and a gentle press. But while we're here, straighten the spine, look forward, and try not to tip side to side. So with that same gentleness of movement, switch sides. Point left and gently press that mattress with the right. Just as if you were smoothing out the bed covers. And reaching up to turn that light on or off. So no stress, no pressure, just a movement. And then now bring both arms up. So the right arm matches the left. And now we reach up a little bit further. And then when we create that back bend, arms stay by the ears, and it's just a little movement. And we're going to go back to straightening the spine, and then back to that little back bend. So let's go in between the two, straightening and bending back. Very easy on the body. Gentle, gentle. Just several times, maybe 3, 4 to 5 times. Just breathe into this easy movement. Almost like it's very breezy today, almost like the tree and we're moving within that breeze. Just forward and back. There we go. All right, now release your hands to your heart. And then rest in mountain, and just with that little movement, notice the energy shift. Place equal weight in both feet. And you can either stay where you are or step your feet a little bit wider and come into just a gentle squat. So bend the knees deeply, try to let the hips go to their lowest point. And then come back up with the strength of the legs. Arms overhead. Little back bend, just float in and out of back bending like we did before. So maybe 3 times. So we're moving that spine. And then after the 3rd time, go into your squat again. Settle in. And then come back up, arms overhead one more time. And then this time, bend back and hold it there. And then release, go into mountain pose, and begin to observe. do one more sun cell. So hands to your heart center, press forward, up and back. And fold. A right lunge. And these are gentle again, but you might notice that you can go a little deeper, a little easier without stress or effort. Right lunge, or I'm sorry, cobra. We're going to work a little bit more with cobra today. And down dog. And then that right lunge again. So you want to drop the left knee and look up if you wish, or forward. And then forward fold. And come up. Let's go right to the other side, fold. Try that left lunge. See if it feels a little different. And then another down dog. Just an easy, relaxed one. Float into cobra. And then go back to down dog. So we're moving the spine very gently. And then left foot into a lunge. And forward fold. Let everything slump forward into forward fold. And then come up. And return to that heart center. And release from there. All right, come seated. Come to easy pose. And begin simple spinal twisting. So we all know, where the hand goes. And just twist. So today, let's work with in and out of the pose switching sides. So inhale when you're center, exhale as you twist. And then this again is not deepening the twist. Let's consider it more of an enjoyment, and you're just looking behind. What's behind her? What's at the side? And then when you inhale center, kind of regroup your thoughts and see what's on the other side. So it's a more of a noticing rather than a deepening. But that noticing has value too. A few more. Keep that observing attitude. Kind of that looking and that awareness and that I wonder. I wonder is probably my favorite phrase. I wonder. Let's try one more of these on each side. One more right and left. Without any idea that you have to go deeper or stronger. And then just come to center. Place one hand on each knee. Roll your shoulders back and bring the chest forward so we're aligning the spine, chin level to the floor. Just hold here. Now breathe. So remember we're belly breathing. Relax the shoulders, bring the breath, the energy down into the lower part, down below the rib cage. Shoulders remain still. So we do a little bit of regrouping before we start moving the body a little bit more dramatically than this. So now let go of this stance and bring your legs into a comfortable V. It doesn't have to be wide. Sit up as tall as you can. And we're going to run through just a few churning. So the right hand goes to that left foot, and then your other hand, just level it to the floor and keep that same noticing attitude. Just look behind. What's behind you? And then switch and look again. What's behind? And then now keep floating side to side. And notice what you're noticing at the fingertips. And just gently move the body with the thought, rather than moving the body for a particular purpose. It's just an effortless effort. And we'll just try one more on each side. And then when you come to center, relax into that, go back into that easy pose. And then one hand on each knee, shoulders back, chest press forward. Make sure the shoulders stay relaxed and the breath is below the ribs. Now roll forward onto all fours. So play a little bit with cat stretch. So start with the exhale, round the back, and we're going to hold this here. Just hold the hump part, the camel part of, or the Halloween part of cat stretch. And now gently let the belly sag to the floor and look forward. So we're going to take our time with this. Just keep the breathing even and regular. Exhale, bring the back up again. Tuck your chin, tuck the tailbone. Breathe easy. And then again, softly move that spine, let the belly lower to the floor. Let your head look forward. Don't rush it. Just allow it. Send the hips up. Curve the spine very easily and naturally. We're going to do that one more time. So when we go into the humpback part, slowly, let's begin slowly. Roll into it. Tuck everything. Watch the breath as it easily comes in and out of the body. And then try it again as the belly goes to the floor, hips come up, head comes up. Slow and methodical. We have two swans that have given birth to two babies. And I love watching the swans because they've got that long, graceful neck. And when they go diving underneath the water for food, you know, it's almost like a cat stretch. They lower and they lower the head and they hold it there and it's very gentle. And when they come back up, it's just like what we're doing today. It's a slow movement back up. And then they go back down again. Very beautiful to watch. So they're easy on their bodies. So from here, tuck your toes and come to kneeling. So your knees are about hip width. They're stacked right underneath your hips. You're going to drop that right hand to the right heel. My favorite morning thing. And today we're going to stay right here. Rest your left hand on your left thigh. So we're not going to move too much into this modified camel. What we will do is press the hips forward and begin lowering the head. Let the head drop behind just a little bit. Now when we come back up, it's a slow movement. And then just do the same thing, switch to the other side. Rest your right hand on your thigh, press the hips forward. Let the shoulders kind of fall back. Let your head follow if you can, otherwise tuck your chin. And then come in and out of camel just like we did cat stretch. Same thing. It's a beautiful, soft movement. And you'll notice that the body really likes it. And even if there's an inkling that you want to go deeper, let's for today not follow that. So that invitation might be a source of habit, or desire, or thinking of, I have to go deeper. Let go of that thought and keep it like a swan. Side to side. Maybe just one more on each side. Yourself balanced. Once you come back to kneeling, let your arms dangle just for a moment. And imagine that we're going to go right into rabbit. So rabbit is the top of the head to the floor and your hips stay up. So a nice, easy movement in between that transition. So you can kind of go into cat stretch, drop your head, let it just brush against the floor, but keep the hips up. And then find your way back, nice and easy. Come back to kneeling, let it all settle. And then from our swan and our rabbit, we're going to go into a cobra. So all the way onto the floor, and this is a relaxed cobra, so we're going to keep our arms extended more forward. So of course, normally we line them up with the chest, but for today, this is an easier version of it that still is very effective. So we'll begin with forehead to the floor. Keep your legs in a very soft little V. Relax the buttocks, relax the low back. So what we'll work with in cobra, and the reason why we're working with it a little bit today is because cobra pose helps with immunity. And what we're working with is the thymus gland. So we're going to lift the head and the chest and the upper chest, pressing it forward to activate that gland. So from the floor, inhale up, and it doesn't matter how far up. whatever your capacity is. In fact, what I'm doing is I have my elbows on the floor. Lift your head and chest and look forward and bring the upper chest forward. So you feel a little pressure on the sternum, the clavicle, the throat. Activate those glands, thyroid and thymus, activating and increasing immunity. And then gently lower. Take several breaths. Inhale, come up again, give it a try. Now, if you want to come off your elbows, go for it. But release the low back and relax the buttocks muscles. That's for another class. So press the upper chest, middle chest forward. And then begin to lower it all down. Now take a child's pose. And breathe as deeply as you can into child as you expand the shoulders, the scapula. You make a little bit more room in that upper chest. You can wiggle the hips and release any tension in the low back and let the hips drop closer to your heels if you're able. And take 3 deep breaths before we come out of child's pose. And as soon as you're done, let's come on to your backs. And then another posture that I have been working with for about the past 3 weeks is reclined pigeon. So right angle over that left knee. And we're going to start very soft and gentle today. So right hand on the right knee and just start pulsing. And noticing how the hip is responding to that pulse. So about 10, 12 times. Keep the pelvic bowl on the floor. So you want to roll to the right. You want to just move the right leg. All right, now switch sides. So left over right, start the pulsing. Keep the pelvis firmly planted. Try not to roll. So again, these are gentle, simple movements. You don't have to go really anywhere with them, although they go very far. All right, now release that side, switch back to the first side, right over left. And this time, hang on to your left thigh, so the feet are off the floor. Keep the knee just gently dangling. And now draw that left thigh into your chest, but it's a very little movement. Draw it in and release it. Draw it in and release it. And keep doing that 10 times or so. So it's a very small movement with a big benefit, huge benefit. So the pelvic doesn't hardly lift off the floor at all. It's just an easy, soft rolling. Almost like someone's rocking you. All right, release that side and switch. So same thing. So go into this with an attitude of less is more. You know, our society is, of course, the opposite. So the yogis have found out for, centuries that this type of movement has got such value, which is why my teacher's teacher, devised the whole joints and glands exercises, which is what we're doing. All right, if you've done, a dozen or so of these, switch back to your first side again. So right over left, and hang on to that left thigh again. And now draw it in a little bit deeper and see if it feels comfortable and easy. Don't go too far, but just draw it in more than you did before. We're going to hold it there. Not all the way. Don't bring it, just to thigh, not that deep. Just enough where you just barely feel the resistance. Hold it there. Now relax that side and switch it, same thing. So try not to go too deep. Don't let your mind convince you that you can go deeper, because you can. But now this is just the first barrier. Hold it there, breathe. Just enjoy the simplicity of it, the ease of it, the comfort of it. It's always comfortable. All right, now relax that side. Straighten out the legs. We're not quite done yet, almost done, but straighten out the legs just to relax and rest them. And then after that brief rest, bend your knees, bring both feet on the floor again, and tilt your pelvis so you're pressing the low back down and then letting it gently pop back up. And we'll do that about 10 times. Press, exhale, inhale, gently press up. So this isn't quick, this is slow and methodical. So thinking about pressing and releasing. And the pressing is a limited pressure. It's an ease. It's a let's find out how this feels kind of a movement. Exhale, inhale. Let the breath move you in and out of it. And then we'll finish off with a full happy baby. So try to keep the legs wide and the knees relaxed. And no need to go deep into this one either. Just open the legs, give the inner thighs a little stretch, a little break, a little opening, a little fresh air, a little chance to express themselves in a way that, of course, they never do outside of class. And just rest into it. Now relax out of happy baby, bring your legs, point your toes to the ceiling, straighten the legs, give a little pull forward and relax them to the floor. So we'll go into full Shavasana. And as always, we begin with our sweeping breath. So we relax quickly, ease very efficiently. Exhale from the crown down to the toes. Inhale from the toes up to the crown. Relax the eyes. Relax the shoulders, relax the hips, relax the legs, feet, and toes. Now, before you think about moving, take a nice, deep, long, slow breath. Visualize yourself gently moving first. And then roll to the left and come to seat. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste.
Namaste, Diane.
Oh, so good to have you, Connie.
Whew. I'm glad it was gentle class. I'm a little